and welcome to making games in Excel. It's just an idea I had. I got to get it off my head. Let's see if we can make this work. Today's plan is tic-tac-toe. So, let's go ahead and put that as the title. We'll say tic-tac-toe. Is that how you spell it? Is that how you spell tic-tac-toe? Let me Google that real quick. Stand by. Tic-tac. Nope, spelled it wrong. There's no case. Well, all right. Step one, spell the game correctly. Tic-tac-toe. All right. Let's go ahead and get the board down to what we want. I have this thing zoomed in so far. I got it zoomed in at 200% so you guys could see it. But, we got a lot of white space over here. Let's make this. You know what? Let's just go. Can we do 100 pixels? What does that look like? I think we could do that, right? Let's take 3 of these. Okay, so maybe you'll learn something from Excel as well. First thing, we can adjust the height of our cells or the width of our cells. And you see the number here. The number says 9. Move it over. It says 9.4 or whatever, right? If you're making cells and you're trying to make them look correct, you don't want to use that first number. You want to use the pixel width because the first number doesn't line up on both of them. So if we go 20 on this side, if we go 21 on this side, and then we try to go 21 on this side, you see it's very much different. So not a square. But if you're trying to make a square, it's easier to use pixels. So we'll go 100 pixels here, 100 pixels here. Ooh. Now we have a square. Easiest way to fix that, so because we're doing tic-tac-toe, if you highlight from the row side or the column side, if you just highlight the rows you want and you choose it that way, then all of them change, right? So now all 3 of these are 100. So let's take this, make this 100, and then we have our play area. Let's do some lines. Wait, that sounds weird. Let's make some lines. We could do simply just highlight all the squares you want. Come up here to your home, choose your borders, and you can do it that way. That works, and that's fine. Other options include taking all the borders off. Let's see. No border. All right. So you can actually just draw the border if you want to. You can just take your line here. We can make it green if you wanted, right? Oop, you can barely see it. And then we want to make the line style very thick, right? And you can do it that way. You can just draw whatever you want. You can highlight the lines. You can make all kinds of pictures, but we're not going to do that. I'm going to backspace all that. Instead, I'm just going to stick with solid borders, but I want to select my guys here. Line style, very thick. Line color, we'll do black. And we'll do, well, yeah, we can do that. We can hand draw them. I don't want to hand draw them. Come on. And we do all borders. All right. Now, I have my play area. I can type whatever I want in there, and everything's fine. For my Title, let's go ahead and bring this title all the way over. We want to center it with the game here. A couple ways to do that is you can't really move this to make it as big because that messes that up. We're going to merge. We can merge all of them, unmerge them all, merge across, or merge in center. If you merge across, it does that. So now this is one cell. This is actually B1. And everything's on the left. We don't necessarily want that. So if you were to click that, you can click your alignment ideas right here. Or a quicker way to do it, I don't know why I clicked that so many times. Whoops. An easier way to do it, let's see, is just click all, however many you want, just say merge and center. All good. Maybe you want to border around that too. Might as well, right? Maybe we want to make this bigger as well. What do you think? 50? Let's see. How big can we make our font? 20 looks good. So this centers left to right. This centers up and down. So we'll put that in the center there. That looks good. We're not trying to get into cosmetics right now, but we have that. Now, we want, yeah, when I click on the cell, it looks like it's messed up, but it's not. If we were to type a letter in here, let's go X, and it's kind of boring. So we want to highlight all these and center everything. Now, when I type in here, what do we get? Cool. Highlight them all again. Let's see. How big do we want our... Ooh, 72 looks good. We'll do 72. In your face. Tic-tac-toe. Move them right along. What are we, 7 minutes in? Ha! I'm already done. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Now let's add some logic. So we want... Basically, we're going to have X's and O's. That's what we're dealing with, right? We're going to have an X and an O. That's all we're doing. So if we had an X here, an X here, and an X there, we want to know that. And we want to build a formula to work off of that. But also make it so if we have some stuff we want to change later, save ourselves some time. I'm going to put this over here. The easiest way to make complicated formulas is to break that formula down into smaller parts. So one of the parts that we need to know is this is in this row, and in this row of these three things, is this a winning way or not? Well, we don't know. We have to actually look at the letters. So one of the easier ways to look at the letters is to just put them all together next to each other and make it say XXX, XOX, whatever it is. One of the formulas we can use here is called concatenate. I don't know how to pronounce it. I call it concatenate. I think it's called concatenate. Concatenate. That's probably right. But basically all it does is it takes strings from cells and combines them together as one long string of letters and numbers, whatever it is. But it converts it to all letters. Concatenate. Concatenate. Now it's saying, what do we want to concatenate? Oh my gosh, I can't speak. What are we trying to merge together? Is this text in this cell, this text in this cell, and this text in this cell, and we hit enter. What do we get? 3 X's. Now, if I change this to anything, could be a letter C, could be a bunch of letters, could be anything. Could even be an O if we wanted to get crazy and do it in the correct cell. If we want to get crazy, we can make it an O. Now, we have that logic. But that's only for those 3 cells. Easiest way, when you have anything in a cell, you look at the bottom corner. You see how it has this little thick. Can I zoom in? Oops. No, no, no. Stop. Okay. You see you have this square in the bottom right corner. That square is important. See, my cursor is a very thick plus sign. We take that. If it looks like this with the arrows everywhere, all that means is I'm going to click and drag what's in this to somewhere else. That's not what I want here. What I want is to go over the square, and it makes a different plus sign. It makes a really thin plus sign. Click, drag, and remove. Now what it did, if you look here, concatenate B, C, and D3, because that's the row I was in. But it copied down that cell and replaced the letters with the next number. So in this case, column B, row 4, 4, 4. So this one's 3, that's 4, and that's 5. Now, if we go type letters and all of these, it does the same thing. It's a shortcut. So now we have a working model of this. We're going to go ahead and put X's in this just for testing. The next thing we need to know is, because that's if this is a row, that's a row, that's a row. We need to know if these up and down ones are the same thing. So let's copy this. Actually, I'm not even going to copy it just because it's only one. The formula is so simple. Equals concatenate. It's easier to write than it is to pronounce. Concant. Press tab, and then we go this cell, comma, this cell, comma, this cell, and we get B3, B4, and B5. Hit enter. Now if we click and drag to the right, it changes them to C3, C4, and C5. D3, 4, and 5. So now if you have, so let's put an O here. That's OXX, and that's XOX. And that's fine. So this, whoops, these three are not winning, and these three are not winning. Next is your diagonals. Same formula. So see, I'm not even typing it. I'm just highlighting it. I'm going to hit tab. And we want to know this cell, comma, this cell, comma, this cell. Enter. So now if we have a O here, enter. That worked. Whoops. Didn't mean to undo that one. Okay. And then, so same thing for this. Is this, comma, this one, comma, this one. Enter. So if I put a 9 here, we have a 9 there. And if I put a 7 here, we have a 7 there. Everything's good. And then we get 7x9. That's exactly what we have there. Now we have nothing. So that's the first step to our logic. These are going to be in my way. These are. I'm not going to put anything over here until I'm done. So you can hide these cells. No issue. Nobody sees them. No problem. We could do hidden cells. We probably will. Let's give that up. Yeah. Make it bold so everybody sees it. What's up, Moose? Hey. Trying something different today. Making tic-tac-toe in Excel. It's going to be as boring as it sounds or as awesome as it sounds. I guess it depends on how much you know about Excel. But you're welcome to ask questions or give suggestions if you want. Uh, but uh, I might play a game later. But right now, we're playing tic tac toe. After I finish this tic tac toe, you and me can play to game test. Okay? So we have our logic for if these are when if we have our logic of what is in the cell. Now we need to know, is that a winning uh, row, column, or diagonal? So the easiest way to figure out is equals if. That's how we start all of our logic statements. Most of our logic statements is with an if. So we can true, false, Boolean answer, right? If uh, this right here equals, and then anytime you're talking about letters and not numbers in Excel, we want to put it in quotation marks. It's called a string. Now, it's not really case sensitive in the formula, so it doesn't matter. But if it equals XXX, then we can make it say X is, whoops, X is the winner. And then for false, we have to have a false statement, right? Because if we don't and we hit OK, X is the winner. Now, if this is an O, it doesn't know what to do. So it gives a 0 because it's false. So we put a false statement in here of if. So we can go ahead and start another if statement. I think you can nest up to 15, but for now we're just going to nest the 2. If this cell right here equals O, 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 not 0, because we're using O's, then what do we want it to say? O is the winner. O is the winner. Let's put an exclamation point on that just because I like being the letter O. And then that's fine. That is a complete statement. Now, there's a problem with that, and I'll show you. It didn't like the fact that I only have one parenthesis on the back, even though there's 2 statements here. I have an open bracket here, or open parenthesis there, and an open parenthesis there. So you need to have 2 closed parentheses. What it's telling you here is we're pretty sure that you meant to put a second parenthesis. Is that what you want to do? That's what it's asking me. In this case, I'll put yes. Now, if we have an X here, X is the winner. And if we have O, 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 O'Reilly, O is the winner. Moving right along. Now, let's say the game's not over yet. It's going to sit there and say false the whole time? That looks silly. Well, one of the easiest things to do is it's asking what is the false part of this first logical statement here, because you have to give logical test and then what to do if it's true and what to do if it's false. Our logical test is if F3 is XXX. If it says XXX, then we want to show this. But if not, what do you want to do? Well, then you say, look at it again and see, does it say triple O's? And if it does, then O's the winner. But what if it doesn't do that? Now what? Okay. Then we could just comma. And if neither of those are true, we're just going to leave it blank. We say blank by putting 2 quotation marks next to each other with nothing in between and hit enter. And it's blank. Now, if I put an X here, we have an X there and nothing there. But if I say X, X, and X, X is the winner. Simple. Now, I'm just going to copy this baby down here. And let's see. O, O, O. O is the winner. And then X, X, X. X is the winner. Now, we're going to change this. X, X, X is also the winner. It just makes it easier for testing. Now, we don't know. We should have, when up vertically, so we'll write our formula again. Or we can copy it over if you want to. But we'll just write it again because I want to. If this cell right here equals XXX, then X is the winner. All caps. Exclamation point. And there we go. And you want to make sure you close your quotes. If you don't, Excel flips out and won't let you do it. Now, I'm going to say if tab B7 equals 000, then open quotes, O is the winner. Exclamation. Close quotes. Comma. And if that is false, then just don't show anything. Close that statement, and then close the next statement, hit enter. X is the winner. Good job, X. Now, we can pull this over here, and X is the winner. And when we click on this, you'll see C7, C7. That is correct because that's that cell, C7. And then this one is D and D. So this is a good way, this is good practice on how to get formulas to point to different cells, to do anything. I mean, this could be helpful at work if you wanted to, or not. If you just want to make a game, this is how you do it. If this was data in here, this is how you would concatenate it. This is how you set up a logical function to see if, to verify what data is there, and then what to display if it doesn't, if it is there, and then if it doesn't meet that criteria, you show it as a blank. A lot of stuff going on here. We merged our title, and everything's good. Now, Moose, do you want to play a game with me? Would you like to play a game? Remember, anytime you build anything in Excel, if you're going to have a place where you type data, you don't want to have any formulas in there because you'll delete your formulas, or the end user will, because usually you're making this for somebody else. All right, Moose. So check it out. The easiest way to do this is to think of this as a phone. This is 1. This is 2, 3, right? Obviously, this is 4, 5, 6. And this is 7, 8, 9. Okay? So when I ask you what move you want to do, all you got to do is tell me the number, just like it's on a telephone. Okay? At least telephones in America. I don't know what they are in Canada. You're going to have to tell me that one. You can be X, because X is the best, and I'll be the O. I'll let you have first move. You go. Where would you like to go? Ooh. All right. He's starting strong with the center play. I'm not very good at TickTackToe, so he's probably going to win. But let's go with O here. All right, you're going 7. Oh! Well, obviously I'm going to go here. I think we got stalemate. I ain't going to let you win, man. I ain't going to let you have it. Two. Okay. Yeah, I messed up, man. I think it's a stalemate. I don't know if there's any way for either of us to win. Well, you could still win. It's your move again. I put an O down here on 8. he's going for the 6th. All right. Well, I'm not gonna let you win, so I'll just go there, and then this is a stalemate. Nobody can win because if you put an X here, nobody wins. Womp womp. Let's try it again. Actually, let's put a little. Hang on one second. I'm gonna do a scoreboard over here. So your X, or actually no, we'll leave the X. Hang on, we'll leave the X here. So this is Moose. 90. I'm not putting all that. I'll just put Moose, and then this is Jokeless, and this is Draw. So Draw got one. All right, you're first again. If you want to go again, go ahead. 9. Wait, hang on. Yeah, new game 9. Okay, you're gonna start here. All right. I will start. I guess we'll go here. Your turn. 7. Put the X there. O there. Okay. 3. Oh, I think you got me, man. There's nothing. So if I put an O there, I can block you. But if I had to put an O there to block you. Yeah, you got me. Let's see what he picks, guys. Well, let's wait in anticipation. Is he going to go for the 5? Or is he going to go for the better play, which is a 2? Ah, he picked 5! Okay. Wait. What happened? Oh. See, this is why we game test, Moose. You won, but I forgot to put the formula in there. I forgot the corners again, or the diagonals. Okay. So equals if this equals triple X, then X is the winner. Whoops, comma. If this equals triple O, whoops, quotation, triple O, quotation, then quotation O is the winner. End quotation, comma, quotation, quotation, close, close, enter. X is the winner. Now, let me do it for this one down here real quick. Same thing. Ah, shoot. I messed up. Equals if. I don't know who misspells if 3 times, but apparently that's me. I'm having a tough time spelling. Is the winner. Exclamation close. And then we say if this equals then O, whoops, is the winner. Whoops. Oh. Otherwise, then 2 quotes. What? What did I mess up? if, oh, whoops, if this equals x. See how I messed that up? All right, so now it worked. Otherwise, it's blank. So if this was O and that was O, then O's a winner. Okay. Yep. But it wasn't because Moose won, so let's give him a 1. Now, let's sort that. I want to put, let's see, merge and center here. Let's just do something real fancy real quick. And then we'll play again if you want, Moose. All right? Stand by. Let's see. Man, I should have put X. I should have put. I should have said. Okay, I'm gonna change all of these real quick. Then instead of saying X, I'm gonna put the person's name. So we'll do a reference, and then so if you want to use the reference of a cell in your what am I trying to say? If you're trying to use the reference of a cell in a string, oh my gosh, yeah. If you want to reference the what is in a cell in the string of text, then you just reference the cell and use an ampersand or the formula concatenate, but usually you don't use it for one thing. So we're going to use the ampersand instead, which will give me the name Moose, and then we'll start our string here with a space. So now if we do that, Moose is the winner, is what it says. So we'll change, we'll change all of our things real quick. Copy that, and then we'll paste it like that. Stand by, Moose. Did I do that right? Oh man, I messed that all up. Hang on. That's what I wanted. All right, Moose. So what I need you to do is take this information back to your school or work, make tic-tac-toe, and just distract yourself all day. You think you could do that for me? You could. You know what, Moose? I bet you're smart enough. You already knew all this stuff, didn't you? You seem like one of those types of people that's smart. At least smarter than me. It's not a really high bar to go off of. Ah! You know what the stream probably needs is music. I should probably find that. Oh, that would be a good idea. Okay. So now let's test everything. All right. So it says Moose here, here, here. Moose is the winner. Yeah. Now, let's do O's. It should say jokeless. What? Oh, wait. Oh, I messed that up. It should say jokeless, but I wrote H2. These should be all be I2s. Gosh. All right. So that says jokeless. Let's see. O O O. All of them say it. That's what we want. Okay. So we'll clear the board. Oh, actually. Mm, so how do we say? How do I put that answer in here? Probably use a or. Kind of. You kind of know this stuff, yeah. So I learned Excel a long time ago, but I don't use it as much anymore as I used to. People still ask me questions, but I think what we want to use is the or function. And I'm going to say equals or I mean I could. No, I don't want to use or because if it's blank, if is blank. I mean I could use if is blank, but that might be a little overkill. You could say if is blank, then if is blank G2. Well, you don't want to do that. You don't want to know if it is blank because that'll just give you. You want to know the faucets. So let's say if there's something in there, okay. If something's here, so if you win, then Moose is the winner. If this how about this? If or this equals all right. Let's say equals triple X or this equals triple X. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you put caps. I like to see it in caps. We'll just do the two. If one of those two equals X, then uh, H2 and wins. Whoops. Space wins. Otherwise, and then we'll do a bunch of ors. Equals This probably needs to be if again. And then or. Oh, I'm sorry. If those equal triple O, then I 2 and wins. And then if it's nothing, then make it blank. Yeah, there we go. Moose wins. So then if this was O, then Jokeless wins without a space because I wrote it wrong. There you go. That's a perfect game, right? Hey, I want to apologize for not having any kind of music on. I don't know if there is any music that I can do. Next time we do this, I'll put on some royalty-free music so I don't get sued into non-existence. All right. Moose, you want to play again? Would you like to play a game? Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Yeah, you can turn music on your side. You can listen to whatever you want. Let's do it again. You first again. One. All right, so you're going here. Okay, I'll go here. I'll take 5. You take 7. Look, I don't even know how to play this game, man. I'm not doing good at all. All right, go ahead. I picked 2. 4. Oh, I'm stupid. What is wrong? No wonder why it took you so long to respond. Hang on one second. Let me make one change before that score is calculated. I noticed a mistake here. All right. Oh, I'm the winner. Look at that. Oh, would you look at that? 2. Well, better luck next time there, Moose. I know how to I know how to play tic-tac-toe. All right, I'm sorry. I'll put it back. I actually don't know why I did that. I was like setting up for trying to do 3 in a row. I totally didn't even think of this. Ugh. Oh, you know what? Could probably do a tic-tac-toe. Maybe. Tic-tac or not tic-tac-toe. We could probably do a Connect 4, but that's a lot. I want to think about that. If we could, I'm sure you could do it. But if you could do it without Visual Basic, that's the other question. Let's spruce this up. And I got to fix all the win conditions because it didn't tell me that you won. So nobody knew that. Nobody knew you won. It's pretty obvious that you did not win. Oops. Line style. This. There we go. Ah, shoot. Okay. Now, let me fix all these win conditions. Stand by. We're going to copy and paste. Paste. 4. Paste. 5. least 6. And then that is B8 or no, B7. Whoops. What? What did I do? C and D. That's all of them, right? Oh, oh, comma. Mess that up. All right, comma. So we got these three, and then those two. And that's all we need. All right, so Moose wins on that one. So take all of this. Ooh. Okay. Nope. Shortcut. So now, let's say they're all O's. Yeah, look at that. I got my scoreboard and everything. Oh. Yeah, still win. I still win. I still win. Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, nobody wins. Now, there is one more win condition we could have it display, which is a draw. And a draw would happen if all of these are full, but none of these are an O or an X. So I'm going to start another formula here and says if wait, what? Wait, hang on one second. How is this not I have it centered high and low. Why is it? How is it higher if I tell it to not align? If I tell it to align to the bottom, it's higher. But if I tell it to align to the middle, it's not. That is strange. Well, whatever. All right. We want to say if the thing it says there's two people here, but I don't know who the other person is. Draw would be. Is there a not blank? There's a is blank counts the number of empty cells in a specified cell range. Oh, you could just say count blank if count blank is 0. I think, right? Okay, so that says there's 4. 3, 2, 1, 0. Yeah. Okay. So count. So we just say if equals. Oh, we already have equals. If count blank equals 0, then draw. So the problem with that is somebody could play the last one and win. So now we have to check if all of these are the same as this. Uh, well, so if any of these match first, it's just if any of these are true, it's gonna go true before it goes false. So we might just need to put it on the end and say if it's 0 and none of those other conditions are met. So we'll say if count is blank, then write draw. Otherwise, just leave it blank. So let's see what that looks like. If we did an O here, Jokeless wins, even though they're all full, because it calculates left to right first. So, and actually, if we did like this was an X, I think it would say Moose wins. Yeah, so Moose wins, even though I won on this row and you won on that row, because the way Excel works, it goes left to right. And if it meets a condition that it's supposed to, it'll go ahead and calculate it. So because this was true, it didn't even look to see if there was O's. And because the O's were there, and that's wrong. Shoot. I didn't mean to hit it. What? Where was I? If F4, oh yeah, it was right here. So because X was true first, it didn't even go on in the next part. So the draw would be last before nothing, right? So we don't need to worry about it. Now, all we have to do is hide these cells because we don't need them anymore, at least for now. And then hide these guys. And then this was just a helper cell, so I'll get rid of that. And there we go. I want to move all this crap down, though, by one. Cancel. So highlight, move it over. You don't want to overlap itself. It gets confused. Now this can go here. Oh. Well, that's a little anticlimactic if we do it like that. Let's bring that up a little bit. Oh, no. We'll just... Yeah, let's move this here. Yeah. And then we'll fix these. All right. It looks stupid now. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, well. Whatever. So Moose wins. All right. You want to play again? Tic-tac-toe. I'm right start just so I can remember where I was. But let's play again if you want. Go ahead. Uh, actually, I want to go first. I'm picking this one just because I know this is the one you were going to pick because that's your favorite. All right. Oh, that's why I didn't line up because I didn't have it in caps. All right, now it's your turn. I picked 3. 2. Oh, why did I do that? Okay, let's put an X instead. Dumb. Okay. Put a. Let's do that one. I'm taking 7. 4. Okay. Hey, I think I won. Oh. Okay, it's your turn. I picked 9. I think I won because there's nothing you can do. You let me win. Let's finish it. You gotta pick one. Five. Okay, you can have five, dude. If you okay. Should I pick this one? I picked this one, right? No. Let's go. Oh, boom. Jokeless wins. Yeah. All right. Bridget, I won. She doesn't care. She said good job, but that's only because I'm married to her. It's contractually obligated that she has to tell me good job if I tell her I win at stuff. All right. I want to put a one on there. Yeah. Okay. Well, what about conditional formatting? You want to see some conditional formatting, Moose? Let's try some stuff. So we could say, let's unhide our cells. I got an idea. We're going to unhide these cells because I want to reference them. And, okay, so some people hate when you have Excel documents that have hidden cells. That's fine. We actually don't even need this. It's just that if I didn't have these helper cells, then this formula would be so big because I would have to just put all of this stuff into one cell. And you could technically do that, but there's no real point in it, right? Because if there's so many different ways to do your Excel document. And if it's for work and you can't have helper cells, fine. But whatever. I want to do what I want. There is a limit to how much you could put in one cell, but it's really big. And I've gotten there before. It's somewhere like, I think if you have 1024, it's either 1024 characters or if you have 64 arguments, which are every column. I don't remember. I got into it before, but I had to try really hard. But who cares? All right, we're here to have fun. So let's play some tic-tac-toe. Let's do conditional formatting. One thing I was thinking is if you put if somebody has the letter, so let's say X is always going to be pastel. Ooh, what? There's no pastel red? Okay, there's a pastel orange. I thought there was a red. Aw. What happened to pastel yellows? Oh, maybe they didn't have them. Well, whatever. Okay, so X is going to be that. O is going to be blue. I was going to go red, blue, and then purple, but that's fine. That doesn't even need a color. Oh, let's okay, so format painter. There. Start here, format painter. There. That's fine. Oh, well, I guess you could do that too. It doesn't have to look pretty, but you can use the paintbrush for format painter. Also, if you double click the format painter, then you can click and it'll just sit there and do it. But if you only do it once, it'll only work once. And then you hit escape to get rid of the ants around the box. Now, conditional formatting. In the newer versions of Excel, it's easy to use these automatic rule creation things. These are great. I don't normally use them because I just don't like to. But let's say if we had, let's make our own rule. Conditional format, new rule. There's other options here. Format all the cells based on their values. Format all cells that contain, only cells that contain. So we're not going to worry about that. We are going to say we're going to do this. I think this will work. Oh no, that won't work. Okay, I don't want to do that. I know what I was going to do. I don't want to do it that way. We'll do that for something else. But we'll do these, and we're going to have to do them individually. I think there's probably another way to do it, but I don't know. So equals x. So the condition that we're talking about is if this is true, if what I'm saying is true for the cells that I've selected, which is only this one, this is what I want you to do to it. So in this case, I'm saying if it equals x, I want to fill it with that weird color, which is here, and that's it. So now if it's x, it didn't work. I knew it. No, let's see. What did I do? I messed up something. Did I say? Maybe I have to say if b3. If b3 equals x. I think that's right. Yeah, because it didn't know where to go. So now that worked. Let's see. Manage rules. Oh, yeah. There's no rules in that section. Okay. I wonder if I format paint. Does it paint to conditional format? Yeah, it does. Oh, but the problem here is now this one that says C3 is looking at B3. So we want to change this to C. Oops. What? If C3 equals X, what did I do wrong? If C3 equals X. Oh, and it applies. Oh. Why does it say D? Okay, so C3 equals X. Why did I do that? I just must have typed it wrong. There's no rule here? Oh, it changed my rule. Whoops. Okay, equals B3 equals X. Okay. And then we'll do one more right now. So select that cell, manage, new rule, formula equals D3 equals X, and then format. So if we change this to X, there we go. Now, these aren't finished yet, but this is now a win condition. So what I want to do now is to say if this cell, so of these, if that cell. So conditional formatting. So we're selecting which cells we want to change based off of what rule. So we say new rule. Always start with equals. And then F3, which is this one, equals triple X. Then what do you want to do? Let's make it purple. Let's see if that works. Apply. Huh. Why did it not apply across? It should work. Am I missing something? Move it down? Oh, nope. Move that back up. If F3. I don't know how I did this. I got it to work with one, but not the other. Okay, well, I guess let's move on to something else. I don't know what I did there. Do you know? That should work. If, okay, equals F3 equals triple X. F3 is triple X. And it works here. Because it goes B3, D3, B3, cancel. It's the same thing. Because I highlighted them all when I read it. When I wrote it. Hmm. Well, I actually don't know what the problem is here. It's going to annoy me. Let's see, manage rule. If Is it out of the wrong order? No, it should go first, always. All right, well, I don't know what I did there. Hmm. Well, you know what? Let's just finish. Let's see if I can do it with this row then, I guess. I don't know. Let's start with that one then. Highlight all these. Conditional format. Manage rules. New rule. Equals. F4 equals. Oh, let's say dollar sign. Maybe that has something to do with it. Dollar sign F. It shouldn't matter, but. Oh, maybe that's what. Okay. Dollar sign 4 equals triple X. Purple? Okay. That's the problem. I guarantee you. Hold on. Manage rule. I think it's because I forgot to put a dollar sign. So dollar signs are very important because they kind of lock in the cells and the rows. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that's the problem. So when I was doing that, basically because I came across and I said, look at all three of these, or apply to all three of these, but look at this cell. The problem is when I did that, this one was looking at this cell. This one was looking at this cell. And then this one was looking at this cell. So that's why they failed. But by using a dollar sign, basically I told it, this cell looks at only this cell. Or I'm sorry, this cell only looks at this cell. This cell only looks at this cell. That's what the dollar signs do. So I fixed it. Now, if this was an O, that's correct for what I wrote. Let's see if I can take a shortcut without screwing it up. Let's find out. I want to copy this. Duplicate. Change it. B. Five. C5. D5. So now if I put an X, it should be brown, and it's not. That's awesome. Oh, it's because I forgot to tell it where to look. Okay, so that's looking at C5. It needs to go. Oh, what? Yeah, oh, if B5 goes there, then I want that to be B5. This is 5. And then this is also 5. But it's a D. Apply. Why does it say A7? B. Five. Should just rewrote them by hand. All right. Jeez. I knew I was going to screw that up. All right. What? Dang it! Come on. Oh. It should be D. All right. Who knew that would take the longest? I did. I said I didn't want to do it. All right. So those two work. Now we need to make this win condition. Equals dollar sign F dollar sign 5 equals and we'll make it purple. Apply win. So now if we change them all to O, And we do our conditionals again. Oh, change the color. It should be blue. Duplicate rule. Double click. Change it to O. Change this color. Good to go. Move it down. I have to move it down because of this purple one. It has to be on top. It has to take the priority or it won't work. Oh, okay. We're just going to keep this purple. If they win on either one, it'll just be purple. Yeah, that works. So let's just do more. What? This cell. Oh, I didn't do it. I didn't do the X's for the middle row. Whoops, new rule. B. If B4 equals X, then make it brown. Okay. And duplicate that. And if it's O, then blue. Okay. We got X and O works for that. I know this is riveting content, Moose. I appreciate you hanging out. Don't feel obligated to. But, Moose, uh, if you could pick another game for me to try to make in Excel that might be possible, what would you like me to try to do? I was thinking Battleship would be interesting. I don't know if I should do it in Excel. Maybe I should do it on Google Sheets. So then we can both have it open at the same time and you can play with me. Maybe that's a thing we should do. But I've never used Google Sheets before. I'm going to have to test that before I see if that's a thing I can do. So do O, format, blue. Why is it blue? Oh, I wrote C5. Why did I write C5? 4 equals D4 equals X. No! I messed up. No. Escape. Escape. Please don't mess that up. Oh, that wasn't important cell. Okay. I got a little crazy. Yeah, look at that. All right. What did I do X's on these? Okay, so I just need to add or duplicate this to make the O's. Uh, Moose, if you don't have any ideas on what game you want to see, are there any ideas of things I should change to make this better? Oops. Oh, I messed up that rule. Format this to blue. Change that back to X. And then move this down. Okay. So we got X, X, X. And then we got O, O, O. And if this is X, and that's, and then that's like that. Okay. I know one thing that would be interesting is we can do an Alt DL. Let's do some a list. Allow list source is X, comma O, comma. Wait, what? Oh, so now we have a drop down of X or O. Oh, whoops. We have a drop down of X and O in quotation marks. Alt D L. Let's take the quotes out of there. Since this is already designed as a string, you don't need the quotes. X comma O. Whoops. O. So O X Oh, I didn't do the vertical wing conditions. That's okay. We'll, we'll get it. I'm going to duplicate that to say if F5, we don't want F5, we want F7 is that, and then if F7 is that, apply. So if this is an X, oh, because that one won first. Okay. If this is an O, oh, ah, dang it, I messed that up. Applies to B5, B3 to B5, B3 to B5, and then this one is B3 to B5. So if B3 to B5 has 7 as triple X, it should be purple. Hmm. So F7. Oh. Ha! That's why. Because looking at F7. Silly Billy. It's doing exactly what I told it to do. The fact that it's not working is my fault. So if B, computers do what computers are told to do. Alright, now if this was a O, boom, breaks it. That's exactly what I want. So if C3, so if these three are X, I wrote C3. I meant C7. Shoot. I messed that up. No, I didn't mess it up. C7 equals triple X applies to C3 colon dollar C5. What? What are you doing? Dollar C dollar 5. That's what happens when you don't look at your keyboard when you're typing. Jeez. I gotta make it so difficult. Oh, wait. Okay, duplicate this rule. Got it. Oh, TNT to restart the game? Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Okay, so to make the game clear the board, you would have to use a macro or Visual Basic, which is the same thing. You'd have to use a macro to do that. I can do it, but yeah, we can do it. I just wanted to see how far I can get with the base game without the DLC, if you want to say it that way. Vanilla. Are you still with me? There was two people for a while. Somebody left. I don't know who the second person was. If F, no, D7. Let's see if that works. We got O, O. Wait, what? How did that happen? I broke something. So something here is pointing the wrong thing. B5 to D5. If D7. Yeah, how did that happen? Oh, I see what I did. I copied. I want D3 to D5. Oh, okay. So duplicate that rule. We're gonna say D. Oh, I see what I did. I didn't finish the changes I was supposed to make. D7. Here is all O's. Then it goes from D3 to D5. Yeah. And then we're going to duplicate that rule and change it to X's. All right. Looking great. Now, if I change that X, boom. And if this is X, boom. Or if it's O, yeah. All right. Now, we got to do the diagonals. We only have 2 more to do, and it's diagonals. So, just bear with me a moment. And this is F2. Should have put letters in there so I could see. That's the whole point. F2 equals triple X. Do it. For D3, comma. I don't know if this will work. D. No, not D. C4, comma, and B5. $, B, $5. Let's see. O, O, O. X, X, X. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did it right. I just put the wrong things. Put the wrong wing condition. So let's see that, and then we're going to copy that and make it triple O. Apply. And if this is O, and that's O, and that one's O, that wins. Jokeless is a winner. Jokeless wins. Okay. So the last thing is take these out to the ball game. And we're going to say F6. Why won't it let me change it? Fine. So if that all equals O on B3, what the heck is it doing? Why won't it let me type? All right, we'll do it the hard way. B3, comma. Actually, that's the quicker way. I typed it out last time like a nerd. All right. Wait. Oh, okay. X and O works on that. Okay. So O's work. And then we'll do triple X's. Apply. And then we go X down, X down, over, X. Boom. Yeah, now we're cooking with grease. All right. What is your favorite? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I was looking at this instead of the stream. So right now, I got a lot of good TV shows, but a good TV show right now is Resident Alien. So that one's pretty good. It's on Netflix. The first two seasons are on Netflix, but it's actually a Paramount show that's on Sci-Fi Network. So if you have, I'm sorry, it's a Peacock show. So if you have Peacock, you can watch all three seasons so far. But if you have Netflix, you can only watch the first two seasons. But it's got three seasons so far. It's probably going to have a fourth. It just ended this season. But the show itself didn't lead me. It didn't end the season, didn't end the show, if that makes sense. So it's funny. It's about an alien, and it's got Alan Tudyk in it. It's really good. What about you? Do you have a TV show you're enjoying right now? You can't even put letters in there. You can't even put anything except X and O right now because I use data validation. So we're gonna hide these again and hide these again. Nope, hide these again. All right, whatever. 24 is fine. Oh no, I kind of like it way over there. That's fine. The scoreboard can be there. NCIS. Okay, yeah. My wife watches that. She's seen some of them. I haven't watched them just because I didn't really get into it. But I mean, I can understand the appeal. All right, and then you said you want to add a button for if someone wins or to reset, right? You want to reset. You want a TNT to reset. Let's see what that would take. I know how to do it with a button, but I don't know how to make the button look like a TNT. Well, let's make the the knowledge part first. So cancel. I was trying to just fill this in. Okay, 1,000 episodes. Yeah. Are you into anime? Do you like the anime Parasite? If you've ever seen it, Parasite's a good anime. And then right now, oh, you don't watch anime? Okay, so Parasite's pretty good, but it's kind of like what Venom wants to be. Basically, the parasite will inhabit somebody's body and then fully take over. So basically they take over a body, and that person, the host, is no longer alive. They are just the parasite. But in the show, in the anime, the parasite tries to take over the main character, and then because of something that happened, he only got control of a body part, which means that the person still maintains their personality. The parasite controls the dude's left hand. And then if the parasite wants, the guy can take over the left hand, but the parasite can take over the rest of the body. So it's kind of an interesting. And then there's all kinds of fighting between the other parasites that took over whole bodies and things. But I like the show, or I like the anime. But they made a show off of it on Netflix, and the graphics are really well done. The story's pretty good, and that's called Parasite the Gray. That show came out recently on Netflix. It's pretty good. I don't like how font size this is. Let's do Yeah, that'll work. If somebody's name's too big, it won't work, but that's okay. All right. We'll go ahead and make these as wide as those, so we'll make these 100. For no other reason than it takes up more screen space. Well, now all these things look too small. Let's put this up to 24. That look better? Now you can see everything. It's a little off to the left, but that's okay. We're going to put a button over here. But let's see. We want to record a macro. The easiest way to write the stuff that you need to write to make this button that you want work is to not write it at all. Is just run a macro. Stop. Stop. Look, I know how to use Excel. Stop trying to tell me stuff. Ugh. Microsoft's always trying to do stuff. Oh, they're not called macros anymore? Are they called actions? Scripting? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so they're not called macros anymore. They're called scripts. I guess I guess they found out that the public knows what the term scripting means. Okay. Uh, so we're going to record action. And then it's going to say, what are we doing? You don't have access to offline Office scripts. No! The email of the account you would like to use to open this document. We couldn't find a school or worker. Okay, I'm signed in. Oh, okay. Well, I'm signed in, but I can't click that button because then you guys will be emailing me. Uh, create a new script. Can we do that? Nope. All right. So there's something's wrong with my Excel. With my Excel login, it's not gonna let me do that. So I'm gonna have to. Hang on 1 second. I am going to block my screen. Stand by. Figure out what this is. What? No. Oh, I'm trying to type the password in with big caps lock on. All right. Stand by for MFA. All right. Now, my exclamation point went away. Let's see if we can run a macro now. Oh, it. I was like, what? Why do I have so much space? Okay. So, let us try again. Record the action. Here we go. Start editing the workbook. So all we want to do is highlight this and then delete it. That's it. And then stop. Oh, it made the button for me. Okay. That's not exactly what I wanted, but oh man. Oh no. Stop, stop, stop. You ding dong, quit it. Okay. Format shape. Let's see if we can put a picture on it. I've never tried this, so I'm glad you mentioned that you want to make it look like a TNT. Picture or text file. Fill, texture fill. Insert picture source. So I'm looking at, you can't see it because I'm only, but I'm looking at clip art right now to see TNT. That did not work. Can I search for bomb? All right. I'm going to Google a picture of a TNT. You want like a Minecraft one or like a not Minecraft one? Cuz uh we could do a Minecraft one right now. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Doesn't matter. All right, good. Save image as. Desktop. I have a folder called Games Made in Excel. All right, so let's go to put from a file, and it's gonna be this one. Ugh, it's so gross. Okay, we don't need a name. Does that look good? What do you think of that one? Oh shoot! I clicked the button again. Okay, so if we had a C, not a C, if we had an X and an O here, and then I click this button, succeeded. Okay, I don't know why it's giving me this notification. Turn off the notifications. Is there a way to turn that off? That's one thing I don't know. Well, whatever. Anytime you click this button, it's going to show the notification. I'm going to have to Google how to turn that off. Okay. All right, we have our thing. You want to play again? Let's play again. All right. We're playing again. I'm going to start here. Oh, I should put this. I should put it here. Look at that. It was like it was made for it. Move here. 1. Okay. Oh, why did I put it in the middle? I'm dumb. Okay. Whatever. Go ahead. I think starting in the middle of these 4 is probably not the best idea. Or maybe it's a genius idea. Man, I don't know how to play the game because it's very, very much possible. 2. Okay. Wonder if he's going to pick 3, guys. Well, I'm putting this here. Blocking you. Oh, I think I win. I think I win because I made you block me. Because you go to X there, and I get the center. Boom! Jokeless wins! Yay! I'm gonna get a +1 on that. Reset. Yeah, look at that. That script thing is stupid because it keeps giving me the notification. That's pretty cool, right? Do you want a copy of this? Do you want me to send you a copy of this? I'll put it on the Discord. Oh, you know what we should do? I'm gonna make a tab. Ooh. I could make a tab and then put like different games on different tabs. Or I could just make different separate games. I don't know. Maybe I should just keep... I'll just keep this as what it is. I do need to save it though. Save as. Wait, what? Oh, I was trying to save it to my work computer. Don't want to do that. All right. So what else do we need on this? Is this complete? Did we do it? Should I have it automatically give the scorecard? Do you want to automatically do scores? When a win condition's met, that it'll add the score to whoever? I think that'd be the only other thing, right? So, how would we do that? Yeah, auto score. So if this, uh, so if this is triple X's, then we want to do a wins. And then what? So this is actually kind of hard. So, because if we don't keep track of each game, then we don't have anything to add up, right? So if we had something like game, and then 1, 2, 3, right, and we had all these games down here, and then this would shoot out the winner, and you say X O, and then draw, and then X. Then you have something here that you can call to. So then that's two X's, one O, and one draw, right? You could do that. Or hmm, I got an idea. Unhide. I'm just there's a few ways to do this. I'm just trying to figure out what the easiest way is because I'm lazy. Let's just take everything from here, come down and redo it here. But we will take out. So if H4, so if that wins, then we'll do a +1 here, and then we don't even need this. And then if false, then blank or 0 is fine. So if you had X, 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 you get a 1. So for this, take out all the X's stuff. So if it's an O, then what do? Give it a 1. Otherwise, give it nothing. And then if this is O, 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 then we get a 1. Right? Now, if we do this, and then say if, so we take all of this. If count blank for all of that is 0, so everything's filled, then draw, but no, here you go. Watch this. Take 1, so this will be 1. Now, if all of these are full, but nobody won, yeah, simply nobody won. Dang it! X. Okay, so all of that, this should have been a 1. If all of that, oh, if count all that equals 0, then give this a 1. So it gives it a 1. The problem is, if I were to make this as an O, then both of these win. So you take, oh, and then you say, if, and then you subtract these two. Because if X1 or O1, then they would also have a 1, and then you just subtract it. So then you say equals 1 minus the sum of these two cells. Enter. Enter. Oh, what? Oh, Jace, what did I do? Oh, I forgot to close the bracket. I guess it doesn't have to have a blank. It can be that. It'll just be 0. And then these don't have to have blanks either. So now, if the whole thing's full, but somebody did win, it's not a draw, so that's a 0. But if it did, then that person wins. And if this was an X, then that person wins, and that's still a draw. But if this is an O, and this is... Shoot. If this is an O... Oh, shoot! Okay. I made the weirdest thing here. Okay, so let's put X here. So nobody won. Now it's a 1. Oh, hello. Hello, Sammy West. I forgot who that actually is. Trying something different. I made TickTackToe in Excel. And now we're trying to keep score. We have all the conditional settings. And we're going. So now I have my 1. What we want to do is change this macro so that it says when you press this button, it will add this number to this number to that number, and that number to that number. Just add it. And then clear the board. But how do you make it add it? Oh, you know what you could do? You could add it down here. You just say equals this plus this across. And then, so it'll take this number and replace it with that number. That's how you do it. I did Play It Up with you. Oh, sometime in the past. Oh, well, yeah. I haven't played Play It Up in forever, but I was thinking about getting back into it. I do remember, yeah, most of the people on Twitch are from Play It Up. But I downloaded all of the modded foods and Play It Up. And I got that kitchen designer map that's super huge. I was thinking about streaming tomorrow, but the problem with having that many mods, depending on the food, means that everybody you play with also has to have those mods, which makes it annoying. So I don't know. If I stream, I don't know if I'll have anybody join or not. I'm still trying to figure that part out. But now I want to figure out this macro. See, now it says assign macro. So is there a difference? Oh, there's a difference between a script and a macro. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that. But we're going to delete it anyway. Okay. I didn't mean to delete the picture. That's okay, though. Ah! There's no... Okay, I need that picture back. Can I insert picture? Okay. Oh, it's very big. So this would be add. Yeah, it's fine. And then we'll say record. Macro is add and reset. Okay. And then we say click here. Control C. Wait. Am I in? I'm not in the recording. Edit. Oh, jeez. Oh man. All right. Can I delete this? Okay. Oh, you guys bought Played Up? I didn't know you guys bought it. Well, I mean, we can play it now. I just had to turn all my mods off. That'd be a pain in the ass. I wish there was a way like to just turn mods off but not uninstall them. Do you guys want to play Played Up? Both of you? If you want to play Played Up, I'll turn my mods off and we can play. But if this is interesting, then we can keep doing this. It's because it's already named that. Where is the freaking... I don't want to make a new script. I want to make... I just want to make a macro. Oh, there it is. View macro. Okay. Jeez. Everything's got to be hard. Oh, okay. It's recording now. So you go Control C, Control B. Ah! Stop recording. I messed up. All right. Reset and add. C, Control Shift V. Control C, Control Shift V. Control C, Control Shift V. And then highlight all this. Delete. And then that's it. Save. Oh, and then we'll click off. And stop. So now, if we go X, 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 X. Whoop. Ah, cancel. Moose wins. Boom. And so you would win. Then you would get a 3. So if I click this, it should give you it would change you 2 to a 3 and restart everything. Yeah. That works. And then we just hide those cells again. Can't right now. Maybe tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. So how about? Oh, he ain't even here no more. It's just you. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with me, Moose. I was just trying to do a little lighthearted Excel thing, and I didn't even plan on getting this far. But with you and me together, I think we made something here. Did the whole thing. We have one macro, and that is for the whole thing. The, so if you wanted to, whoa, what happened? Oh, somebody, somebody subscribe! Yay, follow me. I just really hope that that's a real person, because I don't think I can handle the people trying to sell me stuff right now. Please don't try to sell me anything when you're up in 10 minutes. Okay. So, what do you think, Moose? We did it right. Did we do it? I think we did it. 64. It at 64. 128. I could try to center this, I guess. Let's try to make this wider. Do 100 and do 128. Ooh. And then we'll do this one 128. Yeah. I think we did it. I'm going to call this one a win. You want to play one more time? Moose? And then I'll let you go first. All right. You go first. 5. You know, because I have the screen zoomed in so far to 200%, that's why this doesn't look weird. Doesn't look right because the letters are so small. All right. Go ahead. 8. This is 8. Oh, you're forcing me to do moves. You're going to have me play offense and defense. We're not going to win this one. Go ahead. Yeah, I was going to say, are you going to pick 3 unless you're an idiot like me and pick the wrong one? I think it's a stalemate. What do we got? 4? Yeah. Figured you'd pick 4. All right, and then you have to pick this one. Draw. All right, so you got to draw. Now let's see. That means it should be 3-2-3 when we hit this button. Oh, why did it do that? Oh, 3-2-3. Oh, because the macro wants me to click way over there. Dang it. Uh, okay, so this is how you manually change a macro if you know how to type it out. And basically, that last action I did says to click on L3. We don't want to do that. We'll say click on B3. B1. And then we'll save it. Just save. I don't know why you're asking me. I hit save. Okay. So now, all right, we'll do one more. One more. You can go first again. And then this will test what I just typed in there to see if it screws everything up. 3. Okay. I picked 7. 1. I think we messed this up again. Go ahead. 9. Yeah, I figured you'd pick 9. Whoops. I have to pick this. Oh, no, you won. You, well, actually, you may have won. Did you, what is your next selection? Dang it! It's 5. He picked 5. Moose wins. All right. Now, this should not jerk the screen all over the place. Ready? Boom. That part where it jitters up and down, we could change that too. So what it's doing is this selection pay special. Like all of that is fine, but there's a way to not have the screen bouncing up and down. I forgot how to do it. I'd have to Google it to figure it out, but there is a way. Oh, I think you just don't do the select part. If we do range, select. Oh, okay. If you say range, let's do this. Oops. Let's do this and see if it works. It may not. But we'll try it anyway. I don't think we need that either. I'm just splitting these up so it's easier to read them later. And then we'll take it these two lines. Oops. Yeah, let's try that. And we'll save it. Well, wait, did I save it? Yeah, it looks saved. Save. All right, one more game. Didn't mean to do all caps. All right, let's do one more game, Moose. 1. Oh, yeah, I guess I could have told you were going first. All right, 1, X. Uh, I'm going to pick this just to screw with you. Go ahead. Next. All right. I guess the only other thing that would be interesting to try to figure out is like some game AI where you could have a computer play. But I don't know if it would actually work because there'd be no logic to it. It would just be, is the space available? Yes. Okay, I'll pick it. It wouldn't try to like. I guess you could. You'd have to do it. You'd probably have to build it in Visual Basic to have it see which is the best move of the available moves that you can have it do. Oops! No, 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 no. All right, go ahead. I think we all lost. Hello, first time chatter. Mayank, Mank, Ma- Mayank, Mank VR. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I knew it was 7. I was trying to look at that dude's name. All right, draw. All right, so now if I click this button, we shouldn't see it flopping around everywhere. There is a 10% chance that this button's going to work now. There's about a 95% chance that it's going to fail. It's 105%. So let's see what happens. I knew it would work on the first try. I love your content. I would like to buy. I would. I love your content. You. I can't even read right now. I love your content. Would you like to buy my AI for your game? Just kidding. So yeah, basically in the stream here, we start to finish built TickTackToe. Moose has been a great sounding board for my idea here. It was his idea to make a TNT clearing button. Everything except for this button is made in just uh, regular Excel. So you would technically need to enable macros if you don't have it on your computer for this to run. But here we go. Now, if you want to get rid of these lines, there's a couple ways. One of the easiest ways is to just highlight the cells that you don't want to see the lines of, like this. Whoops. Ah, darn it. Wait, not these cells. And then you unclick them because you're stupid. But if you do that and then you go over to the home and change the background to white, then what you get is no lines. You see all these background lines? That's one way to do it. There is a way to turn those lines off. I don't remember off the top of my head, and I don't feel like Googling it. Yeah, a game in Excel is quite interesting. Now, there are some people that are going to point out if you show them this, they're going to say, "Oh, well, you could go into macro, view macro, and then go into edit." You have Visual Basic. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, because it's a different tab. But hang on one second. Let me change my video stuff here to monitor 1. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't even notice that you didn't see this. So this is the macro that we made, and that's to clear the board or to select everything and clear the board. J8 to J5. Oh, no. This copies the numbers of the score and pastes them over top of these. So this is to fix these numbers, and then it clears everything. But in here, if you knew how to program in Visual Basic, you can definitely do that. Some people have done that. I've seen some people link their Excel to an external video game, and then you can just play it in the window there. But this is different because it's without this button, you could do almost this whole game in Excel without any special programming. You just need to know how to just make your Excel document work. So we're cheating here a little bit since you just got in here. But basically, we have these helper cells. So if, and I have a data validation here, so you can type it. So if these cells are full, cancel. Ah, shoot. If these cells are full, it'll put it here. And then it uses, this is how I figure out if you win or not. So if this is an O, then Jokeless wins. And then down here, we had these helper cells. And because I won, it gives me a point here. And then what it does is it adds this, this, and this to these numbers. So when you clear it, it takes this number and just pastes it over top of this. I think you can also make a basic AI with it. Yeah, so it's interesting because I'm not a computer programmer by trade. I just know things in Excel because of jobs that I've had before, and I think Excel is interesting. The problem that most people think about AI is they think that their AI is very smart, and it's not. AI is just a list of fancy scripts that have all these conditions to meet, and then it basically you whittle it down to give you what you think it is, what you think the answer is. That's how some AI works. And AI is a very generic term that can mean a lot of different things in the context in which you're using it. So yes, you could, in theory, make an AI in Excel, kind of. The problem is with Excel, it calculates all of the cells at once. That is true. We are not at the level yet at which people think AI actually is. That is very true. And uh, I mean, you can't tell the news that. They just think the world's going to end. The world's not going to end tomorrow unless you want your AI to take care of your baby. Then your baby's world will end. That's for sure. So if you the the problem that you run into when you're trying to do things in Excel is when Excel has volatility in a cell, right? So let's say a cell has a volatility of now. Now is a formula that will give you the time and date right now, if it's formatted correctly. So that formula is the formula now, and it says that it's 8 p.m. and 49 minutes and 15 seconds. But this has been sitting here for more than a second. So next time the page is ready to run a command, like, let's see, we'll do a different one. Oops. Equals today. These are called volatile commands because every time the computer goes to recalculate, it'll recalculate anything that is volatile. But it does it all at once. It goes to the upper left, all the way to bottom right, and then it'll let you do something. So you can't you can't make certain games or AI in a way because you want to say do this, and then do this. Instead, it'll just do them all at once, and it doesn't go and do it again until you tell it to. So depending on what you're trying to make, that is a horrible way to explain this, but if depending on what you're trying to make, it may or may not be possible because of the way Excel calculates everything. And I know that there's a trick, like you can press, I think it's F3. No, it's one of these F buttons. You press one of these F buttons. Oh, maybe it is 3. Nope. I don't know. You press an F button, F9, and it'll refresh the formulas on the page, right? So you could, by spamming this F9 button, you could do that. But I don't really like that. If I were going to do something that requires me to do step 1, then step 2, then step 3, I would just Google how to do it in Visual Basic and then type that as a macro. and then just do the whole thing in Visual Basic. That's probably an easier way to do it. But there are games like TickTackToe that you don't necessarily need to do that. So, I don't know. I think I'm done with this. What do you guys think? Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I'm not done. How about this? You two play TickTackToe against each other. All right, we're going to change this out. Moose, you're going to stay X because if not, then I'm going to give him the X's. MAYANK VR. I'm going to format this cell real quick. Actually, I'm going to format both of these cells to fit, shrink to fit. Yeah. And then this will be format cell, shrink to fit. Visual Basic macro is kind of like automation. Yeah, I mean, you could say that. Yeah. Um, yeah, if you've never seen what a macro is, I mean, I showed you this one, but basically what it does, it comes down, and you could actually read this in plain text if you guys could see it. I don't know how. I don't think I can make this bigger. Can I? Can I zoom in? Okay, there's. I don't think there's a zoom in option on this. Yeah. But anyway, if you were to read this, it literally just says, okay, what are you trying to do? Range is a formula, and all it says is a range is either one or more than one cell. Okay, so it's saying the range of H8. What are you trying to do with it? So dot select means that you're just pressing the button. But if you want to copy it, that's what we're actually doing here. So if we read through this, what it's doing, oh, it's over here, I'm sorry. What this thing is doing is it's going H8, which is down here, and it's copying it, and then it's coming up here and pasting it. And that's all it does. So it goes copy this cell down here, paste it there. Copy this cell here, paste it there. Copy this cell here, paste it there. And then that's what those three are. And then it says range B3 to D5, which is here to here. So copy all of these cells right here, and then just clear everything of contents. And that's all it does. And then in the subroutine. So, all right, let's do this. Since you're the guest, VR, I'm just going to call you VR. You go first. Think of this as a phone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So put in a number of where you want to go. And then you are the O's. Are we not allowed to select 5 at first? You can select any cell that you want. If you want 5, I'll put 5. I'm gonna ask you to say your move again because you asked me a question and then I answered it after you already said the second one. So tell me again, which cell do you want? If you want 7 again, just type 7. But if you want a different one, it's fine. All right, he wants 7. So that's here, and you are O's. All right, Moose. What we got? Moose is undefeated, by the way. He's defeated every challenger so far, which was only me. Actually, Draw is the real winner. That one had so many points. We're not going to talk about Draw, though. Moose, what cell are you feeling on this one? He may have even stepped away from his keyboard. So if he doesn't answer here, all right, then I would do it. All right, 8. We're going to go 8. Okay? Number 1 for you. All right. What are we doing, Moose? I can't guess. 4. 4 it is. Three. Okay. Oh, Moose, I think you lost, buddy. Oh, no. All right. What do you want, 9? VR, are you going to pick 9? Oh, 5. All right. VR wins. Now, you see, what I was saying is it didn't give you a point yet. So what it's going to do when I click this button, it's going to move all those numbers up and then clear everything all at once. Ready? Go. Boom. You guys like that? All right, Moose, since you lost, you get to go first. You see any numbers on there you want, Moose? It's your turn. If you still want to go. So I was saying not to pick 5 at the start because it leads to a stalemate most of the times. That is, I heard that is true. Uh, the way you asked it though, you said so I'm not allowed to pick 5, or at least the way I read it. 'Cause you said, and we're not allowed to select 5 at first, right? Yeah. So you asked. The answer is you can pick whatever number you want. I don't know if it's good or bad. I suck at this game. But VR, it's your turn. 5. Okay. I wouldn't have picked that one. That's why Moose keeps beating me. Let's see. Moose is 3. All right. Two. All right. Also, I, t- I totally need some music in this freaking chat. I'm sorry. It's a lot of quiet, but I'll try to get some for next time. 8. All right. Is it possible to win? There's still ways to win. You get an O on the 4. Yeah, 6. Whoops. I think I think you have to go 9, right? Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Sorry. You were O's. Sorry. And then Moose has to pick this one. So it's a draw. All right. You guys want to do 2 out of 3? You keep going, right? Uh Moose, I think you go first again because you still didn't win. If you still want to play, Moose, it's your turn to go first. Okay. Yeah. You're first again because you didn't win. 9. All right. VR, what we got? 5. You like that center. I mean, if it works for you, then good. Maybe that's why I don't win. You got Moose over there Googling. What block should I pick next? Is it possible to win? Oh, 1. Get an X on the 1. Oh, also, by the when the first person gets to 2 wins, I'm gonna get off because I gotta eat dinner and get stuff. 2. VR, I got a question for you. We were talking earlier. What is your favorite TV show? Either right now or just in general. What is your favorite TV show? I said Resident Alien. I really am enjoying that show right now, but I just finished season 3 and there's no more new episodes right now. And then Moose said NCIS. Big Bang Theory, that's a solid choice. And I like Big Bang Theory more than I like Young Sheldon, but I think it's because Young Sheldon is more geared around Sheldon himself, and Big Bang Theory. Wait, hang on. Okay, sorry, I was talking. Okay, and then you pick 3. You're quick on that one. uh, Big Bang Theory it goes more into the other people more, I think. So I just like that show better. 6. Oh, I just realized that I made VR blue only because I didn't feel like changing Moose's name. But Moose is yellow in chat and you're blue in chat. How did that happen? Oh, wait. Uh yeah, you have to pick 4. Draw again. Uh we can go again if you want. Let's let VR start this time cuz we already know what his second move is. Let's do VR, you go first. Okay. 1, okay. So tomorrow morning, I plan on playing a little bit of Played Up, and if you guys show up and you want to play, then I'll take my mods off. But if you show up and you just want to watch, then I'm not gonna take my mods off. If you don't have that game and you want to play, it does do remote play, which is usually fine, but sometimes it's a little crazy. Sometimes it gets like too laggy. Yeah, Moose, I don't know, man. 4, yeah. Oh, 6, yeah. No, no. Sorry, wrong button. You don't get a point until I click the TNT button. Are we on a stalemate again? I mean, I think he has picked this one, right? Yeah. All right. You guys want to call it there, or you want to try it one more time? It's up to you. I think we're done. So, yeah, I think here's a good stopping point. I think I'm not sure who won more, Moose or VR, but I think the real winner is draw. That's really the only winner in this whole game is draw. So let's give a clap for draw. You did good. Second place is a tie between Moose and VR, and third place is me. Um, but I think the real winner in this whole thing is Microsoft Excel, and I would tip my hat to Bill Gates for it, but he also came up with Microsoft Edge, and nobody likes Microsoft Edge. So that's more of a draw, which leads us back to our real winner is draw. You can type the name of the game. Can you type the name of the game you were saying? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Plate Up. So Plate Up it's a real fun game. It's a cooking game, kind of like Overcooked, but it adds in it's a little I think it's the pressure you feel in that game is 100% self-inflicted because you could either choose things to make your run easy to automate or easy to manually do, and usually those are the two paths you choose. But most of the pressure comes from yourself instead of the game being so much harder, so much faster. So it's really cool. I like it. You can check out my YouTube channel. I think it's on Twitch still. If you click that, I got all my videos back up there. I took them down for a while and put it back up. But if you want to check out what Plate Up is, you can go on my YouTube channel and check it out if you want. You don't have to. I'm not going to tell you like and subscribe, and I mean that. I don't ever say that in my videos. I think it's overused. But if you want to see what the gameplay's like, feel free to go over there and check it out. A lot of people like the one I did. That's my main video where I cut it up. Me and a couple buddies were playing. It's pretty fun. I was in a maid outfit. So if it seems like it's up your alley to buy, by all means do that. If you want to just step by tomorrow morning, let's call it 11 hours from now, because right now it's 9 p.m. Central Time. May I ask how you know this much in Excel? Yeah, so I was talking about that earlier. I uh, I didn't get too much into it. So I was in the army for a long time, and when I first joined the army, I was the secretary. And so the army has you go through training for whatever job you chose. Technic, you guys would know the job as a secretary. So I go to the job training, and they taught me how to use Excel, PowerPoint, Word, and all that stuff. So I got the basics there. And then I spent a long time in the army, probably close to almost 17 years total in the army. And while I was there, I kept using Excel to do my job. And then after I learned how to do Excel in a way that I was able to quickly use it, I started using it as an excuse to do everything. I found out that I was able to make things in Excel for my job that had nothing to do with Excel, but it made it easier. For example, for a while I was tasked with making a schedule, like a work schedule, but there were so many things like you only had to have this many people work, and of those people this many people had to have this kind of training. Like there was a lot of logic that went into making a schedule for everybody to work, but you had to have specific people had to have certain training that had to be there, and then you had to have a certain amount of total people. So if you break it down into all the logical steps, it makes it so much easier. I had to use Visual Basic, but at the end of it, all I had to do was say this is the day that these people are on, and then I had a button. It wasn't a TNT button, but I think it's hilarious. But it would just build the whole schedule for me, and I didn't have to do anything. It's just it took me a little bit to develop it, but after I developed it, it was good. That was the coolest thing I made in Excel. Very useful, and I think they still use it today. Nowadays, I don't really use Excel so much, but I'm good at it. And I thought this would be kind of funny. I had this idea coming home is I'll just make games in Excel. How about that? And then Moose showed up and we knocked it out. So that's how we got here today. I was thinking, yeah, this is a question I could ask you, VR, because I asked Moose. He didn't really have an idea, but is there anything this is missing? Anything that is missing in Tic Tac Toe that could be added? Let's say if you had an option to add something, what would it be? And then if you could have me build a different game that is probably possible, what game would you like to see in Excel? I personally think I can do Battleship. The problem with a lot of games is they rely on the other person not knowing something. So Battleship is difficult because if I saw where your ships are, I know where to shoot. So that would probably be more like two Excel documents that are linked together. I don't know. Basic AI like to pick one of those random squares when the user picks some specific square. Like to pick one of these. Oh, add basic AI to this game? I have to think about that. There might be a way. Well, there is an easy way to do it, but okay. So what I'm gonna do between now and the next time I do this is I want to look at Google Sheets because it's free and if it's free, everybody has access to it, right? Not everybody has access to Microsoft Excel. But if I can get Sheets to work the way I know Excel can work, where you can link them together, if I can link two different sheets together, I think we could do something like a Battleship or a two-person game at least. Uh, so yeah, maybe we'll do some Excel, or maybe we'll do some Google Sheets. I want to think about the AI stuff on this, and I'll have to come back to it. But well, actually, I'm already inspired. If you guys want to sit here and watch me try to do AI, we could do that. So, uh, yeah, let me just figure this out. I, but I'm going to save this because I want to. I like this. The way this is, I like it. I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to copy. I'm going to make a second copy of this. With AI. Let's see if we can do it with AI. Is there a random number generator in this? Yes, kind of. So, so we have Moose's Maya and Moose's version of Tic Tac Toe. It's there. And Moose, if you want, I'll go ahead and put it on the Discord. If you want a copy of it for some reason, I mean it's kind of neat. But yeah, so if we wanted to do a random cell, or if we want to do random, can you guys see this? You can't see this at all. That's a little bit better. So there's a formula called RAND, RAND, and it returns a number greater than or equal to 0 and less than 1, right? So what that means is if we had a bunch of these, and you say equals rand, it'll give us a number between 1 and 0. Now, you can take this number. Oh, also, I'm sorry. I'm kind of skipping over some stuff because I started to explain how to do things in Excel. But one of the things that you want to know, anytime you want to do something in Excel, is if you don't know what the functions are, obviously you can Google it, but you can click this FX button. In here, it breaks down your formulas into different categories. And I got my most used ones: statistical, math, trigonometry, whatever. Look up in references. So if you wanted to type, or if you wanted rand, you can look at it here. This returns a random number greater than, I already read that one. Rand array returns an array of random numbers. An array is basically any more than one cell is an array, right? So if I click a whole row of numbers, a whole column of numbers, or if it was like, okay, so this column could be an array, this could be an array, or this could be an array. Array is a range, okay? So what it was saying is if I wanted to do a ranged array, then basically it would give me random numbers that aren't the same as other random numbers in the same array. What we could do is, I like an idea of, we'll have the whole tic-tac-toe thing down here. Let me just copy this real quick. Oh, no, I don't need that. Let's make these all the same. Just because I like it. Make it 100. I'm thinking what we can do is have all these will be, I'm just trying to get my thoughts together. I'm not trying to rebuild the whole thing, but I have all these different cells, and I want to have a random number in each cell. Okay, that's my thought right now, is random number in each cell. Returns an array of random numbers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, go feed your dog. Have fun, and come back if you want. I'll be on for a little bit longer. So I'm thinking, what I'm trying to think is, Moose, what I'm trying to explain to myself is put all random numbers in each of these cells, but none of the numbers can be the same. And then we'll multiply that number, or we'll choose whichever one's the highest, and then that'll be the one that the game chooses to play, if that makes sense. So if you put rand between, that means you can specify the lowest and the highest number, and it'll just choose a number between, like 1 and 6. If you wanted to do a dice roll, that's how you would do it. So, yeah, if you want to do a dice roll, this would be the number that you want. All you have to do is say rand between, bottom would be 1 and top would be 6. So then every time it calculates that, it'll just give you a random number between 1 and 6. And it'll never give you a number that's not between 1 and 6. What I want to do is have it put a random number at each of these squares, but not a random number that is the same as any other random number. So I think I want to do, delete that. I want to do an array one. I've never done that. Rand array. So if you use this idea, it'll help you understand what the formula is asking you. So returns an array of random numbers rows. The number of rows in the returned array. 3? I've never used this one before. The number of columns in a returned array. 3. The minimum number you would like returned. 1. The maximum. 9. Return an integer or decimal value. Integer. So we want true. Okay. Did that work? It kind of worked. It kind of worked, except you see 5 and 5, and you got 2 6s and a 5 2. So I don't want these to be the same. And this is an array, so you can't just remove one of them. I don't think. Yeah, I put it back. Does it matter? That's a better question. Does it matter? Oh, actually, if we do that trick, if we do the trick where we concatenate them. I was going to say, if we did that trick, then we would end up with you end up with big numbers, right? And then you can say, of these, pick one that's the biggest, and then that's the one it'll give you. But that doesn't help. Yeah, so I don't know. I had to think of this. You don't have any ideas on how to make that work, do you? Without Googling? All right, so yeah, I think I'm going to delete all this. I think we're going to call it here. Why is it saying that my account's wrong again? Whatever. Anyway, I'm going to get off here, Moose. It's good hanging out with you. Sorry I suck at tic-tac-toe.